Come on, you can both get through there. Hi everyone, I've got the A329 Viofo installed and just going out for a little test to see what the audio is like. Now, I've already tested this unit on its own, the forward-facing camera. I know what the footage is like. It's excellent. But what I'm having a little look at for the first time is the interior cam. This one, obviously here. There's a couple of options. You can set it on, it's a wide camera, or you can set it on, like I've got here, fisheye mode, which allows you to see a much wider angle, including what's happening out of these windows. And I think that's a nice little addition. A lot of interior cams are just here. I know it does distort, or it will distort the image. However, to find out exactly what's going on, if there's any interaction or problem with people from these side windows, for example, say if your dash cam was set to parking mode and then you saw someone having a little look in through the window, this camera would pick it up. For me, it's my preference over the telephoto lens, which I am going to be testing in this video. It's the unit that I'm actually giving away. Well done, Chris. The unit will be to you shortly. He was randomly picked from my community post to win this dashcam. A big thanks to Viofo for sending me this as well, and the constant support you're giving to my channel. But the big reason for this camera, me out testing it today, is not to see the footage, is not to see even the interior fisheye camera, it's to check the audio out. Now, my need for audio is utterly different than everyone else's. I don't think, having already tested, like I said, this unit in the US a number of months back, I don't think the audio is good enough for me to use on a day-to-day basis. And that's the only factor for me why I probably won't be upgrading. But do you need the audio to be that good? Can you hear everything that I'm saying? Can you hear what's going on? Because that's actually all you need. For me, it's a little bit different because I'm producing YouTube clips, and like I said, I'm not sure whether this audio will have the desired effect to satisfy me. Anyway, what's your thoughts on the footage? Is it a step above my normal footage? I actually think it will be. I've already said that I've tested it in the US, and we thought the clarity of this 4K footage on the A329 was superb. There are different options for this camera. I've got I think it's the S model with the interior fisheye camera. There's a T model, I think that's the one with a telephoto. I think there's another one as well. Is it SW? In any case, there's one with a waterproof camera that you can actually strap to the back of a van, and it's got an extra long cable, so you can still run this unit on the inside and the front and still have the backup camera, because no rear windows on a van most of the time. But I am going to crack Chris's box open, so his unit is not going to be brand new. I'm going to do a little test. I'll get it hooked up to my mounting plate that I've put up. This should be exactly the same. I should just be able to literally put Chris's camera on, and we're going to have a little look at the telephoto ability of the Viofo A329 as well. Let's see how it goes. So let's have a little nosy at the telephoto lens. I didn't even have to use Chris's unit, to be fair. It just plugged straight into mine and just worked straight off the bat. I haven't even undone the little sticky tab on Chris's telephoto camera. I've just literally held it in position with one of my camera mounts, so we're all good. Let's just get rid of my front door. Right, okay, let's have a little look at this footage, make sure my windscreen is nice and clear so you can see exactly how this compares. I'm recording myself on a normal action camera, so the footage is going to be pretty good through this, but just go back to what the footage was like on the Fisheye interior camera. Would the Fisheye interior camera be the one for you, or would this telephoto lens be the one for you? Let's have a little look and see the difference with what it picks up. Now, it's going to be a little, I would say, off-putting watching the footage with the telephoto camera, because you're going to be seeing a similar sort of distance to how I perceive things, and I've just had a little look on my telephone. You can connect your telephone up to the Viofo cameras, and it did seem, when I was looking at it on the screen on my phone when I was parked in, to what I could see out in front, it did look pretty similar. So it is a realistic view of how distances are perceived when you see in this telephoto camera. Let's just have a little look as we're sat here. Would the oncoming would the camera be able to pick up anything of the red car going the other way, or going in the same direction as me? Did the telephoto lens pick up on the registration? Now, another thing that I would just like to mention about picking up on registrations, it does highly depend on the light that you've got. If the light is quite dim, dark or dull, what the camera has to do to make sure it takes in enough light is actually slow the frame rate, and that induces camera blur. The brighter it is, the frame rate then increases naturally on the cameras, and it's less likely to induce camera blur when you've got a registration plate coming the other way. Having HDR on is one way that I think it helps with picking up registration plates, but it's a virtual impossible task when you're driving in dim conditions, even under trees or different bits and bobs, to make sure every single number plate is not going to be blurred out. You've probably seen footage at night when registrations are coming towards you, because the frame rate of the camera is so low to take in the available light, everything does seem blurred, and that's one of the trade-offs you get. But have a look at this telephoto lens. Is it reading the number plate of that Ford Focus in front? Be interesting. What's your thoughts then, do you think? Do you think the telephoto lens would be the one that you would go for on this Viofo A329, or would the interior fisheye lens be the one that would suit you most? For me, it would be the interior one. I still do think with the 4K footage, it gives you quite a lot of zoom in ability. This front-facing telephoto camera, I must tell people, is 2K, but it'll be interesting to see exactly the differences, and whether or not that this telephoto lens gives us a further zoom on number plates, even being at 2K rather than a zoomed in version of 4K. But yeah, which one would you choose? Whatever you would choose, it's an absolute cracking unit. Big thanks again to Viofo for sending me this to give away, and now I'll finish with it, Chris. It'll be in a post. Keep safe, everyone, and I'll see you soon.
Before you go, I had a little extra thought on the way back home. I wonder whether you could use this telephoto lens as a rear camera, but on the front windscreen.
Used to look out the back window. It's a shame my dog net's there, but could this camera be used to look out the back window? Possibly.
The camera was easily rotatable through 180 degrees, and all I've done is flip the footage.